Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here with Sola Adele. I'm going to introduce Sola a little bit later, but I'm here. Sola will soon join us. And how are you all doing today? This is the Creative and Innovative Hour with Sunday Adelaja and Sola Adele. We want to bring solution to Africa. We want to bring solution to Nigeria. We want to bring, innovative ideas and creative ideas and use creativity and technology to solve the problem of Nigeria. I have Sola here with me, who is an inventor, an American inventor and innovator, but of Nigerian descent. And, we want to join our forces together and see how we could resolve the problem of Nigeria through technology and through innovation. So if you know anybody that is interested in technology and innovation, if you know anybody that is interested in creativity, this is a program where we are considering ways and means of bringing solution and answer to Nigeria's problem, to Africa's problem. Indeed, Africa, the whole of Africa's problem through creativity and innovation. So please go and call any business person that you know, because we will need people, different people who have ideas, people who have money, people who want to invest in startups, people who want to invest in technology, people who might have interest in inventing in any form of creativity that will be able to resolve Africa's problem. We are interested in all such people. And please, everybody, wherever you are, please go and call on your friends, go and tag them, go and invite them, and go and let them know that this is a possibility that is being created for them, that is open to all of them. So everybody that is interested in technology, innovation, every Sunday, we are sorry that we are a bit late today. We are late because of, we just thought we started a new studio. So we are trying to fix everything here. So sorry guys for the lateness, but please go and tag your friends, go and invite everybody you know. And and we want to invite people to the program as well. We want to invite sponsors to the program. We want to invite inventors to the programs. We want to invite people with ideas to the program. We want to invite promoters and advertisers and marketing experts and managers to the program. So, let's invite everybody, that might be interested in using technology to solve Africa problem. I don't know. I have to ask this question from all of you and from Sola as well. Right now, we are calling this program Creative and Innovative Hour. Or should we change it to how to use technology to solve Africa's problems? Sola, are you there?
Can you hear me clearly, sir?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yes.
Should we leave it as Creative and Innovative Hour, or we should call it how to use technology to solve Africa's problems?
For now, I think we should leave it as Creative and Innovative Hour, but
Okay.
we should also accept suggestions from our viewers, and maybe somebody may come up with a better suggestion, then we'll use that.
Okay. All right. So can you give us a little bit of a report that you have been coming across and the things that you have, I'm sure people have been communicating with you or writing you, or, is there any interest in this program? Is it worth doing?
Well, thank you so much, Pastor Sunday, once again for bringing me on here again. I'm excited and I feel blessed to come again. And how you all doing, viewers? Welcome to this show a second time. To answer that question, yes, the response have been overwhelming, and I've received friend requests, connections on Messenger, on Facebook. I've received telephone calls from the US, from outside of the US, and the response have been overwhelming. People are even coming up with suggestions. It's like some people are even reading everything they understand. People with like minds, they have come up. I spoke with somebody that used the word, he said it seemed like we are creating a hub for innovators and inventors and entrepreneurs in Africa. I said that is the right word. That word you just used, the hub, because that's about a kind of word I use in my business. We're creating that hub to link people together. Inventors have called me, innovators have called me, contributors have called me, CEOs. There are people I cannot even mention their names, influential people, people with capital. They have started calling me. I received friend requests up to a minute before we started this program. So the interest is high up there, and I believe we have started something that we have what we call Silicon Valley in
America.
In America here. It seemed like, yes, it seemed like we are starting something like that, or even better than that right now. You know, the Bible says, despise not the day of small beginnings. We've started small. Yeah, we have started small, but I see great potentials coming from the responses I got from last week. It got to a point I couldn't even handle my phone. I am responding to so many people. People are calling. So I'm like, how do I do this? That is why, you know, one of the proposals I said, we now want to form the team, so that me being the co-host with you, we're forming the team, like we said, that will help us handle so many suggestions, ideas, comments, call, and all that. It's been great. That is what I will say in a nutshell.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people that are ready to go to the market. There are a lot of people who are already having award-winning ideas. I mean, award-winning ideas, innovative ideas.
Yes.
No, ideas that are qualified for patenting, patent quality ideas, patentable ideas, and they will have them.
Right.
So that's why, if they know, they don't just know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to talk to. So I think that's a good thing, that they will know at least that there is a hub and there is a place they could all, you know, refer to. So there will be a reference point for all these people.
Right.
What do you think about this?
Yes, because I got calls from some inventors. It's funny that I started the journey. I never believed that I'll get to this platform where I'll be helping others. So I got calls from inventors. Some even share their ideas with me. Some questions we got from this program, will be addressing those questions later. But you know, I got calls from inventors that want to know what next to do. Like, there's a lady that called me and said she has this idea. She described the idea to me. And one of the questions that we have, I'll just go touch on that question quickly, please, as we go along.
Go ahead.
A lot of people have patentable ideas. Okay, now we live in different countries. The patent laws in America is different to patent laws in Ukraine. Patent laws in Nigeria, if they have, I don't know what is going on in Nigeria, is different to what we have here. To you inventors and innovators, let me tell you this quick. The question, most of you, a lot of questions come and say, if I bring my idea to you, how do I get it protected? Will somebody not run up with my idea? So the lady that called me, she's from Ohio here. She asked me that question, and this is the advice I gave her, which all our viewers should listen to. There is what we call provisional patent. There are two kinds of patents you can get for your invention: provisional patent and the real patent, which is divided into utility patent and a design patent. The patent process is a long process. I was telling somebody, one of the callers in the week said, inventors are one of the most patient people in the world. So you don't think you're gonna just boom, you invent something, boom, you're making money. It's a process. So the first thing to protect that your invention, even though you have not started the patent process itself, you go get a provisional patent, especially if you are in the United States. If you are in the United States, you go get a provisional patent. You can send me a message, I'll send you the link, or we'll send you the link. Maybe by next week we'll put it on this program, where the provisional patent gives you the right that it is you that has invented this thing first. It costs less. You can do it in a day. You can file it with maybe between $200 and $500. Just file it, even if it's something you just sketch. Just describe a rough sketch, put it together. Go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Go on their website, uspto.gov, uspto.gov. You will see where you can file a provisional patent. Once you file that, it lasts for 1 year. You are telling the government that I invented this, but I've not been able to start the patent process because of all the money and all the things involved. But I have invented this. So give me a year to put my acts together and file for a proper patent. So they will give you that 1 year to protect your invention. Anybody that comes after you and say, I'm filing a patent for this invention, they will let the person know that, oh no, this person did it first. So when you have that, you can always come on our show, especially if you are in the US. You can come on our show and you're protected. You don't have any problem about that. So if the viewers are listening to me, I'm going to share, as Pastor Dr. Sunday is off from his seat now, I'm going to share something right quick from my thoughts, because I'm somebody that writes things down. When things come to my mind, I write it down. So these are my thoughts regarding this program. So I want you guys to listen.
Go ahead, please.
We are coming. Yes, we are coming with a mind shift, so to say. Just like DSA presented to the world, church shift. The minds of Nigerians and Africans have been occupied with religious, selfish, and unrealistic expectations. On this platform, we are teaching and redirecting the minds of our people to focus, be occupied, and energized by the things God intended for it. As far as I'm concerned, there are two forms of knowledge in existence available to man. That is the knowledge of God and the knowledge of the things He created. Our people have concentrated on the knowledge of God, and that has not helped in any way, shape, or form. That has not helped in any way, shape, or form, because they have allowed their fellow men to stand in the way of them knowing God, like we have the bishop, the pastors, and all that. So on this platform, like it is said by Jesus Christ in the Bible, He said in one of the synoptic gospel, He said, when an evil spirit leaves a man, he goes about dry places, looking for a place to rest. When he can't find any, he comes back to the house where it was cast out. And having found it swept and clean, he goes away to look for other devils. The Bible says, I think 7 devils, more wicked than himself, and they come back to occupy that house. And the later stage of that man is worse than the beginning. So what are we saying? Our goal is, when the mind of the average Nigerian or African, which has been filled with these preoccupations that has not profited them, it will be one-sided to teach them how to be rid of the religious and traditional practices, without teaching them and redirecting them on what to now engage their minds with. That is productive and something that will benefit them and those around them.
So our religious preoccupation,
right?
Is that, you put on something in your place?
You mean myself?
Yeah. Do you have any of your device on?
Yeah, I have a speaker on as you're speaking.
Okay, you might need to reduce
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's bringing an echo here.
Go ahead.
And what we want to do is that we want to do this on a high level. That's why we bought a whole new studio and equipment, so that this could be presented to television stations all over Africa. So later on, when we do about 10 or 20 programs, we want to sell these, not sell them, but maybe sell or offer them to television stations in Europe, in Africa. So we want the sound and everything to be perfect.
Right.
Okay. So
am I okay now?
Yes, you are good. But the question I want for you, I have for you is this. So the preoccupation that our people have from morning till evening is mainly religious.
Right.
Religion. We are mainly preoccupied with religion.
Right.
And that has become counterproductive.
That's right.
In the sense that our people now, instead of them, you know, being engaged and busy in the laboratories, they are in church till morning till night. Even though we believe in God too. And most people who brought about most inventions in the world, they too believe in God. But they are not going to church to pray or to serve when they are supposed to till their ground. Because God himself said, till your ground. So everybody is supposed to have their own ground that they are tilling. But instead of our people tilling their ground, they are in the service of the GOs and churches and denominations.
Yes, sir.
So that is what you are addressing here. That we have to shift the mind of our people from unproductive services to productive activites.
Right.
So please expatiate on that.
On my teaching notes here, I just read my thoughts now to give you a little explanation. On my teaching notes, I have one scripture that I'm going to share with people, those that read those that have their Bible open. Romans chapter 1 verse 20. Romans chapter 1 verse 20 says, "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." So you see, our people go to church, study everything about God, and in what I just presented now, it's good to study God and everything about God and Jesus Christ. But a man now stands in your way. The bishop, pastors, all these people stand in your way of knowing God. God, you're supposed to know God yourself, but these people now stand in your way and indoctrinate you. But we are now saying the invisible things of God are clearly seen by the things he created. If you want to understand God, look at the things he created. And that is the mind of an innovator. I was born in a place where I see nature. When you go and look at nature, study how nature operates, you'll be able to understand how the creative abilities of God function. And before you know it, that ability that he put inside of you will start to manifest.
So it will start studying nature is also a means of knowing God.
Yes. So if you want to explain God, if you want to see, just like that scripture I said, the greatness of God, the awesomeness of God, the best way to explain it is nature. You see David talk about the cedars of Lebanon. He talks about so many things he can see to describe what God is, how great God is. And what we're doing here is to say you need to use your mind to create things. And as I go forward, I want to kind of quickly lay some quick foundation, if you don't mind, Dr. Sunday.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is a creative and innovative hour. So we need to, get everybody understanding what we're talking about. In Africa, people don't settle down to listen or understand, for the most part anyway, not everybody. So I'm going to give us some quick definitions of the words we're using and stuff we're using here, so that our viewers will have quick understanding, a lot of understanding. Number one, science. What's the definition of science? Science is the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. You can imagine that the dictionary just correlates immediately what I read from Romans. He said science is the study of the things that you can see, the behavior and structure of the things that you can see through observation. Remember I said observation and experiment. You observe nature and start to experiment how things work. That's the definition of science. The second one is innovation. Innovation means make changes in something established, especially by introducing new methods, ideas, or products. Then the third definition here is invent. Invent is create or design something that has not existed before. Be the originator of. That's to invent. To innovate also, which is about the same with innovation. Innovate is make changes is in something established, especially by introducing new methods, ideas, and products. Then who is an inventor? An inventor is a person who invented a particular process, device, or who invents things as an occupation. That's an inventor. Then an innovator is a person who introduces new methods, ideas, or products. So we have two kinds of people, not just the two kinds of people on the platform, but we have the inventor that focuses on things. He creates things that are not in existence. That's who I call a co-creator with God. He creates things that have not been done before. He creates things that are not in existence. Through his mind, he creates products and things. But when we talk about innovator is more kind of like generalized. An innovator brings up new methods, new way of doing things. A business is running this way, he will come up with another way of like somebody like Henry Ford. Right. Cars were being produced in the 1900s, right? But Henry Ford, being an innovator, he started the assembly line process. That is assembly line where every man will stand here. This man, all he does is just to put the wheel on this car. The car moves. The next man puts the windshield. So that is an innovator. Somebody that comes up with new system of doing things.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. And now I want to quickly thank all those that have called. Carol, you mentioned his name last week. Yeah. He called me, and we had a very exciting talk. I have other people calling from the UK, connecting from Africa. I want to thank everybody that called. And like Dr. Sunday said, we'll be inviting innovators. We'll be inviting entrepreneurs. We're creating a hub. We're creating a hub for people from everywhere. You have ideas. You have the funds. You have capital. You're looking to build a company. You have capital and you want to fund a company because that's how the world runs. This is going to be the hub for you. All right. I'm going to quickly.
I want you to tell us a little bit more about that. Reduce your sound.
Okay. Yes.
I want you to explain to people the aspects or the different categories of people that we will expect to interact with as we go on. Who are the people who should be interested in this hub? Who are the people that should be interested in this platform? And who are the people that we are looking for? Because some people might not be inventors, but they might be sponsors. Some people might not be sponsors. They might have companies. Some people might have connections. Some people. So who are the people that we are looking forward to come and join our team?
Okay. All right. To join our team, first of all, we are looking for people
not just to join. Maybe I should make it clear. I'm not talking about people just to join the administrative or the leadership team, but I'm talking about people in general who could be on this platform.
Okay. Yeah. People that could be on this platform that can connect with this platform or benefit from this platform, I will say from the beginning I will go straight to those that this platform was created for.
Okay.
This platform is created for those that feel they are down and out. They don't have the means. They don't have the amenities. There's poverty. There's lack. But you have a mind and you are able to create something. You are able to come up with new ideas. This platform is for you. So you can write to us, share your ideas. If you don't want to share your ideas, especially when you're in America, like I said, you will go get your provisional patent. But if you're in Africa, you want to share your idea, connect us We will share our contacts at the end of the program. The next person we're looking for are those that said, okay, I have finances. I want to support this program. I want to support something in Africa. Maybe you're in America, you're in Italy, you're in Belgium, you're in Europe, you're in South America, North America, even in Africa. And you say you have funds and you want to support development in Africa. We are expecting you on this platform as well. So what are we doing? Okay, we have those that we will look at beneficiaries and benefactors. The benefactors are those that resource people. You may not have all the funds, but you are a resource person. You can search for the best company to do a prototype. You can search for the best company to do a launching of a product. You can find the best company marketing. You can find the best company that will fund or interested in. For example, now, if somebody creates a medical device from Africa, you are in medical field in some part of the world, you know the people that will be interested in building medical equipment. So you may not have the funds, but you have the network, you have the connection to get us together with these people. We need you on the platform. So for the TV like we have now, the beneficiaries, people that have ideas, will always write to us. But for the team, we're talking of the benefactors, people that are going to support. So you have these resources, that is, you have these connections. We need you on this platform. Then those of you that have the funds, investors, you want to invest. I've had calls from, it is unbelievable the amount of people I've received calls from CEOs, from captains of industries, from inventors, innovators. So if you have the funds and you're looking for an idea to fund, we're expecting you on this platform, because we're going to create a hub for everybody. Even what I found out in the course of the week is that some people called me, they have this idea, they have this resource. Another person called me. That other person that called me even has what the other person is looking for. So the hub we are even creating now is even going to benefit people in the same, okay, like now you have an idea. I have somebody that I've kind of like almost building their prototype. So they are looking for a company that will build prototype. Then other people are going to call, they know companies that build prototypes. So people will be connecting across to one another. Then we now have those that have finance, and they just want to, not only to invest, they just want to give and say, let us set up this foundation. We're going to set up this foundation, and this foundation is going to fund the ideas, the great ideas we have in Africa. For example, Dr. Sunday in Ukraine, they have different kind of ministries that you can't believe it. I can't tell the whole story, but they have ministries to drug addicts. It is free. They have ministries to homeless people. They feed 2,000 people every day, and only one person is funding that move. If you look at Dr. Sunday's videos and everything is done, it's all public
access.
Is open to the public. So people that have money and want to form a foundation, that want to build a foundation, we're expecting you on this platform too. So in the coming week or weeks to come, we after we put our resources together, we will be creating that hub especially for resource people with capital, and people that want to sponsor or say, okay, let's fund this foundation. All these are the categories of people that we want to work with. Governmental agencies too. Everybody that wants to move Africa forward, whatever you have, and it is in line with the vision of Dr. Sunday Adelaja, contact us and we will move forward. And I thank everybody that have contacted me already, and those
it doesn't
that
have to be in line with my vision. Let it be in line with their vision. Let it be in line with the vision they have for technology. Oh, you need to reduce your... It has to be in line with the technological vision they have for Africa. You know, it doesn't have to be my vision. That is more than my vision. It's more than me. But we are just the anchor. I'm just the anchor. I'm not going to be one of those GOs that will say, if it's not part of my vision, you cannot do anything here. No. Bring your vision. I'm here as a bridge. I'm here as a ladder. Bring your vision.
Right.
We will bring it to fruition for you. That is what this is all about. Anything you have, any vision you have, any idea you have, bring it on board. And we will make sure we do our best to make sure it comes to the light of the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying, that it's not just Dr. Sunday's vision. Why I use Dr. Sunday's vision is because we don't have so many Africans that have that vision of saying, let us go to Africa and do this and do that and do that. So taking it away from you, I would say it's a vision that so many people have. So anybody that has that vision of doing things in Africa, of moving Africa forward, contact us.
Yes.
Let us work together. We have a platform. You can imagine the millions of people that watch Dr. Sunday, the millions of people Dr. Sunday influenced and impacts their life. So this is the right platform. I am even humbled to be here. So this is the right platform. Contact us. We're going to be the bridge, like Dr. Sunday said, for your next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody that is nursing an idea, for example, that he thinks he has innovative and creative ideas and he doesn't even know how to start about creating it or bringing it to fruition. Someone like that, what can he do? Can we help them to teach them about the first steps or the early steps in becoming an innovator or an inventor? Can we help those kind of people, or we cannot help them?
Oh yeah, we can help everybody, because so long as you have a mind, we can help you. So long as you have a mind, you can articulate, you can understand speech, we can help you. So long as you want to get to the next level, Dr. Sunday and myself, learning from him, we do these things not because of any benefit. We do it because we want to help people. So Dr. Sunday want to help people. So the first thing you need to do, there was some questions I put up in the course of the week that I thought people might have those questions, and it's in line with what you said. There are people that have ideas, but they don't know the next thing to do. So that question, I said, feeding myself is the most basic human need, which is also my challenge now. How do I handle that in order for me to focus on these teachings?
Right.
So it's kind of like in line in what we just said. You have an idea, what's next? What I will say is this. First of all, watch this program. Okay. Make sure you follow us. Watch this program. Listen to the things we're saying. If you have any questions, ask us. Secondly, for everyone that wants to get to that level of being able to impact their environment, you need to go to Dr. Sunday's messages. Sorry, Dr. Sunday's books. Okay, now people will wonder, why am I the one talking now? Why am I able to get to this point? Listen, I'm going to say two things, but first of all, I have listened to Dr. Sunday. Dr. Sunday comes up with some amazing teaching that has impacted my life, that everything I'm doing to this point, 90% of it is as a result of the teachings I got from Dr. Sunday over the years, 15 years. So we want you to go join the mentorship program. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Mentorship program is going to change your mind. Yeah. Then in the course of the week, I heard Dr. Sunday said, God said, this is what I need you to use your money to do. So I'm like, okay, no wonder I was talking about the mentorship program, because this will change your mind. Yeah. A lot of people think I just need to listen to Dr. Sunday. Oh yeah, he said this. Oh yeah, he said this. Okay, I'm good. Let me go do what I... No, you will not believe how long it took me for my mind to be renewed. You will not believe the mess that they have made of the average African mind. Yeah. You will not believe it. until you go through this mentorship program, listen to these messages, before you know. Let me share something with us, the viewers. Let me share something quickly that I call the difference between the Africans and European mind. Let me put it that way. The difference between the African and the European mind. First of all, the European mind, people that live in Europe. With Europeans, they have the ready mind, like God expected a mind. Sorry, with the Europeans, they have the ready mind, like God expected. A mind to observe, analyze, and differentiate between right and wrong, and are able to decide a course of action. Quick example, African fathers, they wake up, the children are growing and they say, hey, you're going to be a doctor, hey, you're going to be a lawyer, hey, you're going to be an engineer. Those three things, that's what African fathers, African parents know. Dr. Sunday talked about it the other time. What happened to me is that I told my daughter, I said, hey, you want to be a doctor? Hey, you should be a doctor.
Yeah.
That is because she lived in another society. You know what my daughter told me? She said, okay. Then when she grew up a little bit, then I said, hey, you're going to be a doctor, right? Or what are you going to be? She said, Daddy, are you going to tell me what I'm going to be when I grow up? I know what I want to be. I'm able to think. And the funny thing, about some few months later, she now told her brother, I said, can you believe Daddy's trying to tell me what I should be when I grow up? So you see, the European mind, the mind of people abroad, they are able to think. You can't just come and fool people anyhow, like they do in Africa. They will analyze, they will think, this is what, so that is a ready mind. That is a mind that is easy for God to mold. So, you know, a pastor will, when that kind of mind knows Jesus Christ, that kind of mind knows Jesus Christ, that mind still understands that, oh, I still need to figure out the world, I need to use what I learned to figure out the world, because that mind is not corrupted, that mind is not messed up.
Yeah.
But come to the African mind. With the Africans, just like the Europeans in the past, because the Europeans too had this problem in the past, when they used to have witch trials, they were killing witches and all that, but they came out of it. You say, like the Africans, with the Africans, just like the Europeans in the past, they still have what I call the spooky mind. Africans have the spooky mind. They are always influenced by everything that is spooky. Ooh, which fly, which land, hey, this one did that. They are always moved by those things. They are excited by the spectacular. So the religious leaders took advantage of that kind of mindset and start to create spectacular scenarios. They started to create spectacular scenarios, which they call miracles. We are not saying miracles don't happen, but because of the mindset of Africans, they now create all kinds of miracles that is orchestrated, that is planned, that is managed, you know, and also indoctrinate the people so much that the average churchgoer in Africa unconsciously thinks the only text of study they need is the Bible and the books that their pastor have written. So you see those kind of two mindsets, those kind of two minds that African, you know, compared to the European mind. I hope I've not lost my frame of thought now.
No, you are
answering
good.
The question. Okay. So can you rephrase the question again? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't go too far.
I like actually the way you are going.
Oh, okay. All right. So those are the two kind of mindsets, and like I was saying, everyone that let me say this. When I was in Africa, when I was in Nigeria, my brothers and sisters, you get to know me a little here, a little there. When I was in Africa, let me say this quick. When I was in Africa, I became born again in a church. When I was in that church, I started to read the Bible. Then I read a part in the Bible that says, if you are poor, think yourself rich. Then if you are rich, don't be puffed up by your riches. So what did I do? I look at myself. Critical thinking. That is what we're talking about. Critical thinking. I looked at myself, my state that time when I was in Port Harcourt. Then I read Newsweek, an American magazine. The Newsweek said the poor people of this world, this is 1994-95, the poor people of this world are the people that are living below $1 a day. That time, I didn't have a job. It was a short period. I didn't have a job that time. I was almost down and out. So I said, under $1 a day. And I look at myself and I told myself, that is, I told myself, I said, you are one of the poor in this world. That is, I told myself, I said, yes, you are among the poor of this world. Then the Bible is telling me that those that are poor should think themselves high. So, first of all, I admitted I'm among the poor of the world. Then secondly, I now said, okay, now I need to move up. I need to think of what next to do. And because I'm able to analyze that, and I started thinking of ways, to improve my situation. So everybody that you think you are down and out in Africa, yeah, is a state. But now, how do you now come out? That is why we have this program. Some of you may not have inventions. Some of you may not have innovation. But what are we saying? Think of how to help other people. When you start to think about how to help other people, ideas to even help them will come. Because Africa, Nigeria, especially Nigeria, Nigerians are so selfish, it is unbelievable. Even Nigerians that are in the US here, they are so selfish, it's unbelievable. So the first step is to think, how can I help my neighbor? How can I, okay, my co-worker, how can I help them? Oh yeah, you can preach to them. Yeah, it's good. But Dr. Sunday always teaches that your field of influence, your area of influence, all right, now you work in a company where, let's say you're in sales. You're preaching to your co-workers. But when they look at your attitude at work, you're not even the best, number one. Number two, you falsify documents, you're doing crazy things that they don't even respect you. So what Dr. Sunday was teaching is that apart from preaching to them, be the best in that sphere of influence. Yes. Be the best. Once you listen, once you be the best, once you are the best, anything you say they want to listen to. That is when the fruit of the Holy Spirit of what God has put inside of you will start to come out. The people will now look at you and say, whoa. Then that is when you can now tell them, yes, my foundation, where I started from, is from knowing the gospel, being taught how to be have integrity, how to be honest, how to speak the truth, how to love people around me, and how to help others. Before you know it, you now have that influence. I hope I'm making sense.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right.
I will also say what we plan to do. The first month, right. Right. Like we are started. We just do the second one now. By the time we finish this month, right. I want us to do this first month just for people who are watching and who would like to also right. participate and also contribute some things. You want to come with your own ideas, or you want to come. You also want to come and feature on the program. So what I'm thinking is this. I don't know, Kate, technically, is it possible that we have 2, 3, 4 people in the program? And I think it will be possible, but in any case, we'll be bringing on anybody who is willing, who has something to say on board. Right. But also another thing that I think we will do the second month before we begin to bring people on board is that, I have, Kate knows about this. I and Kate, we had come up with, because I never knew, for example, as a pastor and as an individual, as an African, even not just because of an African, anybody, even Europeans, they don't know that anybody could become an inventor. For example, I never knew that I could become an inventor. But because of my self-development and how I grow and develop, in the process of development, I discovered that I can become anything. And anything that any human being has done in this world, that I can easily do it. Life, that's why I wrote the book, Life is Predictable. And, you know, that's why in one of my latest book is my greatest discovery in life, is that anything, anybody, if a human being has done it before, any other human being can repeat it. Just like, for example, in my HMT classes, I teach this, that do you know that reading and writing was once regarded as something that has to be endowed to you from God Almighty?
Right.
Yeah, so 1,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, even up to 100 years ago in some cultures, only few people could write and read. And because only a few people could write and read, people assumed that they were given that ability from God himself. So because initially, before the invention of schools, people who knew to read and write, they learned it by themselves. They came to it by themselves. And because there was no system of education, that now led the whole world to think that for you to be able to read and write, that means, you know, you have been sent by God to be an illuminator. But a few thousand years ago, this is before the educational system, there was the invention of something that made it possible for the whole world to be able to read and write today. Not just the whole world can be able to read and write, but the whole world, anybody can go anywhere and learn the language. For example, any Russian, Ukrainian can go to Nigeria and learn to read and write my Yoruba language. You can even go to read and to go to any culture in any African country where they don't even have, you know, they don't even know how to read and write. You can go and commit their language into reading and writing. And you know why that is possible? It's because of the invention of one small thing that is so elementary today, that is so ordinary and so common, that we will all think that that invention is no invention at all even. That today we will think that is not even an invention. But it is that invention that stands at the root of all our ability for literacy today. So but before this invention, everybody used to think that God Almighty has to send you from heaven to come to the world to know how to read and write. Yes. So and that is where you have this concept. Even in some villages in Africa up to today, and even in Europe, it used to be like this. They used to have the concept of the village teacher. The village teacher. The teacher, the teacher in the village used to be the most important person in that village. Because most likely,
that's true,
he's the only one that knows how to read and write. And because he's the only one that knows how to read and write, all the people in the village want to be a friend of the teacher. The village teacher. So the village teacher is so powerful that even the rich people of the village, they are bringing, you know, food products, they are bringing gifts, they are bringing rice and banana and things like that, oranges to him, so that he will be able to take their children. He will be able to take their children in and teach them how to read and write. That happened all over the world, in Asia, in America, in Europe, everywhere now. So, but today, thanks to this little invention that I'm talking about, the village teacher today is the most despised person in the world. And nobody, even if they post you to the village to go and be a teacher, you will run away. You will find a way to do something else. But because
everybody can read and write now.
Because everybody can read and write. And that is because there was invention of alphabet. Alphabet is the invention that was the game changer. Because the alphabet it didn't come from heaven. We didn't just arise and give back to alphabet. No, there was a time people were learning to read and write without alphabet. So because there was no alphabet, no algorithm, no formula to reading and writing, the ability to read and write had not been committed into a formula. As a result of that, people were thinking these people were miracle workers.
Right.
So a lot of the things that Africans are still looking at as miracles today.
Right.
That is why Europeans cannot be fooled anymore. The way African miracle workers, all those GOs and things, why is it that they cannot perform in Europe? Why is it that they cannot impress Europeans? It's because they are still living on this level of the village teacher that and everybody is thinking that God has anointed them specially and they have been sent from heaven to come and teach them something. But when development, innovation becomes a regular thing in Africa, we will not become servants of this God of men and pastors and religion anymore. So the invention that changed everything in the area of reading and writing is alphabets. Now, if you talk about alphabet as an invention, people will laugh. How can you call alphabet invention? But it is one of the greatest inventions that has ever happened to humanity. And because of that invention, there was now a formula, an algorithm into the miracle and the wonders of reading and writing. It was only when that miracle happened that humanity began to realize that, if anybody can do anything, if anybody could do anything, then any other person could repeat it. And that is the principle we saw in alphabet. So when the formula is there, then every other person can now learn to read and write. And that's how the world now has become a literate world. But if you go to Africa and go to some villages, you know there are still some 50% of our Nigerian people still cannot read and write. To them, it's still a miracle. Whereas, because they don't know the formula, they don't know that it's easy. Same thing could be said about another example that I used to give when I teach my people in History Makers Training, HMT. The second example is this. Do you know that 100 years ago, not 1,000 years ago, in the case of writing, let's say that's 1,000 years ago, but in case of this other example that I'm going to give, as close as 100 years ago, do you know that even in America and in Europe, I'm not even talking Africa now, that the individual that could drive cars, if you could drive a car, it was like you were sent from heaven, that it is God himself who anointed you. You are anointed. It has to be God. How can you sit down and drive a car and the car is moving and they know nothing happened? Even the owners of the car, the people who had money to buy cars, they have to go and employ drivers. So that is why driving was a profession. Driving was a profession. And before you could learn to become a certified driver, you have to be an apprentice. You have to be an apprentice with your master for up to 6 years to become a driver. It's like going to university. Do you know when everything changed and why everything changed?
When?
Well, because there was an invention called driving school.
Wow.
Before, there was nothing like driving school. It has to be a master driver that takes in apprentice, and they have to train with him. Because there was also not too many. Why should it take 6 years? Because only one car, all the apprentices have to be they have to be taking cue. So this was happening in Europe and America like that. So what am I saying? Because if anybody ever did something, because the people who were driving before, they just knew how to do it, but they never committed it into principles and algorithms.
Right.
But once they could sit down to commit it into principles and algorithm, it became a formula that anybody could repeat. So what I'm saying, and why I'm saying all this, is that everybody can become an inventor. So when I got to discover this secret, and this is what I've written in my book that is called My Greatest Discovery in Life. This secret, yes, this secret got me to thinking that, it means that even me, I can become an inventor and innovator. So I started to work on that, and I started innovating and creating, and I discovered I've been creating and innovating every day. Everybody has been creating and innovating every day. Only because of the mindset that makes us to think that only innovators and inventors can create, that has limited us to think that no, I'm not an inventor, I'm not an innovator. But really, it's just the same thing as somebody will say, I'm not a teacher. You want to read, in those days, if a letter comes to the village, everybody will be taking their letter to go and see the village.
The teacher.
So that they could read to them what is written there.
Right.
So it's because they will say, I'm not a teacher, so let's go and see the teacher. The same thing with innovation today and invention. People are still thinking, I'm not an inventor, I'm not an innovator, only the innovators and inventors can do that. But really, and this is why I started the program, that's why I was talking about Kate. So because I discovered this, once I discovered in myself that I'm an inventor and an innovator, and I started I have some ideas right now that, that I've already, everything is already, it's not patented yet, but it's already packaged. That it's going to be better, it's going to overtake, and it's going to kick Facebook out of town. So, but I have other innovations and inventions like that I have. But once I know that this is easy, I started a class, a program called How to Become an Innovator, How to Become an Inventor. I only released one of the videos. But actually we have more than one of those videos. And so one of the things that I was planning to do is that, Kate, is that this, as we meet now, I will play one of those videos, and then we will discuss them and help people to even know how they too could become inventors and innovators. But unfortunately, we only have one ready, but we have actually, I have programs like 20 of them prepared already. So we'll get those ones ready, but that is just 10 minutes or 5 minutes, then we will discuss and help people to practically become innovators and inventors. I'm just trying to give people hope that it's not hopeless for them, that we can actually show them some principles that will help them to become innovators and inventors.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunday.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sunday. You have really kind of like made it a level playing field for everybody.
Yeah, that is what I try to do. Sola, do you know that's what I try to do as a pastor too? I try to make it clear to everybody.
I know already.
Yes, I try to make it clear to everyone that it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody can be anointed. Everybody is anointed already. And everybody can be a God carrier. Everybody can be a kingdom imposer. Everybody can be anointed. Miracles is not a big deal. Signs and wonder is not a big deal. Don't run after anybody. You are as good as them. That's exactly what I've been trying to communicate through my messages, Sola.
And I will say this quickly. You are the kind of person that you find out what is good and you share with people. Not everybody does that, especially in Nigeria and Africa. They don't find good things and share with everybody. They want to keep it with themselves and to become the king. So you are able to know things and share. For example, what you said about the alphabet, breaking it down for people. When you started talking about it, I didn't quick grasp it in the beginning, but when you went on, and I realized that, okay, this is what you're talking about. People think inventors are, some kind of super people. But with the alphabet you're talking about now, okay, the alphabet, something was special. But when the alphabet was invented, everybody now uses the alphabet. Everybody now reads, hey, this person is an inventor. It's nothing special. Everybody can become inventors too.
Yeah.
So you now found it out, and now you're teaching people that, hey, everybody can be inventors, not just one person. So to support what you just said, there's this person, his name is Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's a science presenter in America.
I know him very
well. He was
well.
sharing, I saw a video of his. You know him, right? He was sharing a video of his. He said, listen, said the greatest inventors or the best inventors are kids,
wow.
children. Just like I said, when I grew up in Aguda, I used to see nature and study nature. Not only that, you see kids love colors. What are they doing? When they see colors, they be mixing colors, they be messing up the whole place. All that is doing inventions.
Yeah.
They're trying to understand how things work. So they'll be putting things together. This one works, this one doesn't work. So that is what that man was sharing. Then I want to quickly say this, as time is going on, you send me questions from some viewers, and I hope we can quickly take time and answer the questions.
Before you go into those questions, let me quickly reduce your volume again. Let me quickly talk about a recent example. Do you know that when I came to Russia here to study as a journalist, a lot of my colleagues were coming to Europe here to study computer science.
Right.
And after the computer science something, the only thing they know how to do is just to operate the computer and things that I and you, everybody, to use the programs and use the apps and everything that you are doing now. People used to go to university. In fact, there are some of those.
I guess they thought that is science.
Yes, there are some of those people who read computer science those days that right now they cannot operate some programs in the ordinary computer. They are only using Word mainly and things like that. Not a big deal. So, but now, who goes to the university to study computer science? Nobody. Nobody goes to university to study computer science anymore. Everybody have the app and everything. The only thing people go to develop now is app. Programming. That's all. Computer science, nobody goes to everybody can. In fact, in this place, in our church here, anybody can just break, most of the men, they can just break down any computer and gather them afresh and sell them. And, those are common knowledge now. Nobody is going to study computer science anymore because that is outdated. Anybody can do it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
More like, it's pretty much like the same thing with the alphabet.
Right.
Okay, please go ahead to address the questions that people.
Yes, quickly to support you. Like I think last week, my daughter is 12. She's going on 13. I was driving. She told me, "Hey, Daddy, me and my friend we're building a website." And I'm building a website. Oh, this girl has come again because she's so gifted. So what are we saying? Anybody can do this. Before I share the question quickly, I want to say this to our viewers. Listen, especially those in Africa. I don't know how much people will agree with what I'm about to say, but in my own experience, this is what has happened to me. In Africa, most languages in Africa are limited. Yeah. The vocabulary is limited.
Right.
So this is what happened. As an innovator, this is what happened to me. In what language do you think?
Yeah.
People think in different languages. So if you are an African and you speak English, you have to get to that point where you start thinking in English. For example, I'm a Yoruba person. There is no word for cryptocurrency in Yoruba language. There is no word for virus in Yoruba language. There is no word for apps in Yoruba language. So if I'm going to think in that language, I'll be limited. So what I do is that all my thoughts, are put together in the English language, which keeps developing every day. I'm thinking that will help some of our viewers, because some of our people, they speak these languages that are so limited to the point that they can't expand their imagination.
It's even more annoying that a lot of our people cannot even speak or communicate outside of the religious language. You can't talk with Nigerians again who are Christians, so unless, because anything you want to talk, they are talking religion to you.
Wow, you just said something. You know, somebody called me last week after the show. This person, when he heard the things I said about innovation, about economy, about business systems, if I was talking about, anointing, miracle, lay hands, fall on the ground, all those kind of things, this person will not relate to me. This person called me and we spoke. This is the first time we are speaking, and we spoke for 1 hour. This is somebody that is an investment consultant. This is somebody that was based in United States in Texas for 15 years. This person travels around the world to talk to presidents of industries. But because I'm able to articulate my speech as regards science, innovation, business and things, we were able to talk right off the bat for 1 hour. So that supports what you're saying. Right now, let me quickly address these questions from our viewers from last week. One of the questions we addressed already, and most of the questions seem similar. Number one, this one is from Yemi Oludele. And it says, protection. How shall the several intellectual property be protected? This is a legitimate concern, Dr. Sunday. Yeah, we said it. If you're in the US, go get a provisional patent which protects you for a year before you now even come on our show. You mustn't trust us, but Dr. Sunday already has a name, so you know if you share with him or share with me.
I cannot run away.
With me, you're good.
I cannot run away.
Yes. So, but for you to have more confidence, go get yourself a provisional patent. Contact me. I'll share the link with you, United States Patent and Trademark Office, where you can get a provisional patent. You are protected. In Nigeria, we will need someone to help us check, and contact me or Pastor Sunday on how the patent process works in Nigeria. I don't know how it works. I don't think Dr. Sunday knows, but we need somebody to give us the links on how to share with Nigerians. So that's number one. The second one is Kehinde Adeniyi. Sounds great. It's the same thing. Kehinde Adeniyi, I hope we answered your question, because it's the same thing as Yemi Oludele. Then the third question is actually this lady. I spoke with you in the course of the week. You have an invention. You even shared your invention with me, and I shared the link with you to go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office and get yourself a provisional patent. I told you that already. Then this last question is really kind of is really important. It says, Psalmist Janie, having so much innovation has kept me down. How can I go about fulfilling this business idea without it affecting marriage? There are some questions here that Dr. Sunday will answer. I can say a little bit about this, but I know Dr. Sunday may have something to say about it. What I want to say is this quickly. This person said innovation have kept them down. Innovation is not supposed to keep you down. Innovation is supposed to take you up. So here is the deal. You have an idea, you have an innovation. Okay, you're talking about marriage. When it comes to marriage, some partners don't understand the kind of partner they have. So that is why you need to go. Dr. Sunday is going to present some books to you. I know he has written books and he has said some things about it, which I will share a little bit. You have to know the kind of partner you have. You have to encourage your partner. Not only that, if it is the man that is an innovator, what about you, the woman? You're also an innovator. You are also an innovator. What ideas do you have? So you also have to come up with an innovation or whatever you have going on. But you know, when it comes to marriage, you have to work with your partner so that there will be harmony in the marriage. And also, some women, especially African women, will think, oh, the husband is the innovator, is the inventor. What of you? You are also an innovator and inventor. When you are not able to understand when you are not able to understand your own gifts, you will start worrying yourself about the other person's gift. A quick example: Dr. Sunday shared something in one of his messages or books. When he first said this thing, my mind was blown away. I'm like, what is Dr. Sunday saying again? But at the end of the day, when I listen, guess what? Dr. Sunday said, you as a woman, your ministry is not the kitchen. Your ministry is not the kitchen. Your ministry is not just to cook. Your own is to cook and take care of kids. No. You as a woman, you have a ministry. You have a calling too. Outside of the kitchen, outside of the taking care of kids, you have a calling. So a man can be an innovator, a woman can be an innovator, but we all have to understand. Another thing is that you have to know that if you have a husband that is an innovator, or a wife that is an innovator, or that is inventing things, these things is not just to benefit you, is to benefit the world as well. That is the last question, and that's how much I can answer it. Dr. Sunday, what do you have to say about it, sir?
Well, you have to reduce your.
Yes.
Any profession, not just profession, any purposeful person that really wants to become somebody in life will have to make some sacrifice about it. There is no way for you to become anybody of value without sacrificing, because innovation, especially to become an inventor, you need a lot of time. Can you imagine that people like George Washington Carver will be in the laboratory from Monday to Friday and not come out? People like what was the name of the guy with the light, the bulb?
Edison.
Edison will be in the laboratory like for 2 months and not come out. People like Salvador Dali will be 6 months, 1 year in the studio. This is how great inventors are created. This is how great minds, they work extra hard. If you have not read my book, Why You Must Urgently Become a Workaholic, when you read that book, you will understand what it means to be an inventor. Definitely, you've got to have an understanding wife, an understanding husband or spouse. To really be an inventor that will bring something worthwhile to the world, you need to be a worker. Can you imagine that Nigerians that are watching, not just Nigerians, Africans who are following me on this program and watch me, they say, Pastor Sunday, you are working hard though. I'm only working on Facebook 6 hours. But apart from that, I only sleep 4 hours in a day. And I work 18 hours out of those. So for you to really be effective in anything, to be able to come up with any creative thing that the world that cannot come up with, you've got to work extra hours. So that is normal thing. And so if you want to form a family, you have to let your husband or your wife understand that this is your job, not just in the area of science, in any area where you want to excel and you want to become the best, you must work extra hard. And it is not because of science, because of invention or no invention. It's just because this is the way life is. This is the way to. There's another book I wanted to show, How to Win in Life. There's a few books that will help you people. One is Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Another one is the creative and innovative power of a genius. Another one is How Urgently Become a Workaholic. Another one is How to Win in Life. How to Win in Life is another one that will be able to help anybody that wants to become an inventor, an innovator, and be able to make a difference in their lives. And then so there are a lot of other books that I could refer to, but I will just talk about these ones today. But we will keep on coming up every week. I want us to do 1 month just with Sola, for Sola to pour out his mind for us for this first month, and then we will begin after that. He is supposed to help us connect and bring together a lot of African inventors. I personally have profiled over 500 African inventors, not just from Nigeria, but on my Facebook, on my YouTube, on my blog.
Your blog, yeah.
Yes, I think Babusha will get in touch with you and give you the information about all these people.
Yeah, we've been working together.
At least 500 African inventors I've given platform to, but that was my blog platform. But now this is a bigger platform, video platform, Facebook platform. Even that one too is on Facebook. I every day I profile one inventor or innovator or the other from Africa. But we'll get all the names together and invite them to be on the program. So I and Sola will be hosting that, and then but the first month let's just have Sola. Then after that maybe we'll come with, like I said, with those educative videos of how to become innovators that that I've put together. I've put them together. Only I needed help with editors, video editors, because I've put a lot of materials together, but I have 5 people here now, 6 who are helping just to do the video, but their hands they are not enough. I need as many people as possible to help with the video editing, and I'm not having enough of that help. So of course, if anybody is listening to me now and you can edit video, please help us anyhow you can to help, just let us know. Just write to us and say you know how to do video editing. We need as many video editors as possible. So once we have that, we'll be able to do the video. We'll show you the video innovations of the classes, the master class on how to become an inventor and an innovator. Then I will allow Sola and myself and maybe another person to be commenting on those things, and the experiences will help us to raise up new generation of inventors and innovators in Africa. We want them to. We want to be able to raise up at least 10,000 inventors. Once we have as many inventors as possible through this platform, and one those classes, those master classes on how to become an inventor, goes all over Africa, we will discover that those on the foundation of invention and innovation, we will be able to springboard Africa into another level of growth and development to bring us to a place of competitiveness with the rest of the world. So, but after that, after this first month that we will just be talking with Sola, then the next month when we do the video, we would have gotten to know a lot of people that we could also bring on board. Either they are inventors or innovators or business people or financiers. We'll be able to now begin to invite other people as my team will suggest to me. And we'll also be able to also form a team of people who might also be willing to come on air and to also present other aspects of this work. So thank you so much, Sola. What would you like to say before we leave?
Well, thank you so much for having me on the show. Just like you said, this is the show to educate people and to change their mind to become innovators. Anybody, you in any part of Africa, you are in the United States. It's so funny that even people from the United States need the help of this platform and the things we're bringing to the table. But we're focusing on Africa. So wherever you are, whoever you are, come on the platform, write to Dr. Sunday, write to myself, connect me on Facebook. Just like the name you see on the program, that's my name. You see my photo on Facebook. Write to us, connect with us. We are creating this hub for innovators and all resource persons in Africa and in diaspora. I want to thank you so much, Dr. Sunday, for the great work you have done, you continue to do, and that you are the man that God has sent to Africa, and you have, sacrificed yourself. You've sacrificed so much to do this for Africa. Thank you for having me again. This is going to be a great month. Thank you, our viewers, and thank you for those writing to us.
Thank you, Sola. We'll see you people in the next 30 minutes. And in the next 30 minutes, I will be continuing the series on the generation of temple cleansers and idol smashers. And please go call your friends. Let's meet on that program in the next 30 minutes. Peace. Blessings.
God bless you. Bye.